Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost?
While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
You know how we're always talking about what's next? Well, I found it. It's called Formula E. Forget everything you think you know about racing. This isn't just cars going fast. It's like a supercomputer on wheels. The tech is insane. And the drivers, they're like chess grandmasters at 200 miles per hour. You've got to see it. Trust me. You'll be hooked. Follow Formula E live on Roku. Next race, Miami, April 12th.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Mr. Mo Kelly here. We're live everywhere, the iHeartRadio app and YouTube. At Mr. Mo Kelly, MrMokelly. Yes, it is a live video simulcast of the show in real time, and it has the same audio quality as you would have on the iHeartRadio app. We're also giving away tickets to see Harry Potter on Wednesday night at the Pantages Theater, but the only way that you can win is to watch the video simulcast on YouTube, because we'll be giving away a clue that you will have to know, or some information that you would have to know when we give away the tickets later in the show. Let's talk Dodgers right now. I'm as big a Dodger fan, I think, as there is anyone out there. I love the team and always want the best for the team. I've been a fan of the Dodgers since 1974. So I got a good 51 years as a Dodger fan. I live and die with the team. So it's not like if I have anything negative to say, it's I'm somehow sports unknowledgeable, or I'm a hater, or trying to make something out of nothing. But there was a lot of consternation, as they would say. There was a lot of concern about what would happen when the Dodgers would go to the White House and greet President Trump. There was concern and questions about whether they should go at all. There was a contingent of people who said, yes, you should accept their invitation and show up at the White House because it's an honor. He's the leader of the free world, and you should accept the honor. But we live in a different time now. We live in a time in which we have a president who will quickly and unceremoniously insult athletes and organizations. We live in a time in which athletes make their feelings known about the president at any time or all times. And there's the specific history of the Dodgers franchise itself. The Dodgers are synonymous with Jackie Robinson and the history of breaking the color line in baseball. The number 42 is no longer worn by anyone in baseball to celebrate that significance. And if you're not a Jackie Robinson aficionado, you may not know that he has an extensive and celebrated military history. But also, we live in a time in which, this is not long after Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth tried to erase Robinson's military service and his plight from public display. Not erase the service, but the public display of that at the Pentagon. And if you know anything about the Dodgers, you know that they have an extensive history of acknowledging and celebrating different communities in a way that probably would not be appreciated by some. But if you looked at the Dodgers website and you looked at the different nights they have Korean Heritage Night, they have Japanese Heritage Night, they have Black Heritage Night, they have LGBTQ Appreciation Night. They have made themselves very clear that they are an organization which accepts and also acknowledges the various communities and celebrates our differences. but also uses that as a promotional point. If you were paying attention, you saw that there were a lot of outlets, both print, television, radio, criticizing the Dodgers on those reasons, on those merits, for even going to the White House, saying and arguing that it sent a mixed message. This is where I'm coming from. I think you put the players and franchise in an impossible position. And you're seeing it bear out now. You will see a lot of pushback and protests and maybe even boycotts of the Dodgers. And this was avoidable. I wouldn't want this for the franchise because I love the franchise. And also, I said that you'll have players who will be asked every step of the way, are you going to the White House? How do you feel about the president? In other words, it's inherently political now. You have players like Mookie Betts, when he was a member of the Boston Red Sox, who chose not to go to the White House back in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. And you have manager Dave Roberts, who expressed his reticence to go to the White House previously. That becomes part of the story. And if you were listening to interviews, they were asked incessantly about whether they're going to go, what they feel about the president. It's no longer just an innocuous trip to the White House. It's viewed through a different lens. And I also said that the president has a responsibility, if it's not going to be viewed through a political lens, to not make it inherently political. This is just one of the moments which happened. Well, before I get to the audio. Freddie Freeman, you may have heard during the news break in which Mark Ronner was talking about the visit, did not attend the White House gathering today. And I think a reasonable person would question whether his injury was such that he could not limp his ass to the White House. I think it's fair, but we live in an age now we're going to question all that because there's so much history with not only the Dodgers and this particular president. There's a lot of history with sports franchises and college programs and this president. If you are thinking that this is a non-political event, listen to this.
A real good baseball player and a friend of mine, Roger Williams. Great job. And another new congressman, but he's been there a long time in a mental sense because he has really done a job and he knows Congress very well. He was with me for 7 years. Brian Jack. Brian, congratulations, Brian. And others. We have a couple of senators here. I just don't particularly like them, so I won't introduce. Over the course of this amazing season, the members of this team
You can't have it both ways. That's my point. You can't introduce or not introduce politicians, whether you like them or don't like them, in a setting and a celebration which is supposedly about just the team, and then also have the expectations that the team not make it political, or players as well.
Here's the only thing I want to know. Did they get McDonald's?
I don't know the food that they got. That's a great question. And what Mark Ronner is talking about, there was a national championship football team who went to the White House for one of these celebrations, and the president served McDonald's to everyone.
That was one of the most iconic photos of his whole 4 years.
All I know is if I were 21 years old again, I would take some McDonald's as well. But we live in a time, and because of actions specifically taken by the president, including that clip, you can't view it through a non-political lens. It is being played as a political act. We're treating the players that they're making a decision, a political decision, by showing up and somehow besmirching the legacy of the Dodgers. And I think it's unfair to the players. I think it's unfair to the organization because you're demanding and expecting the organization to make a decision about visiting the White House or not based on something which has nothing to do with the field of play. I'll say it now and I'll say it again, time and time again. We need to dead this tradition once and for all. It will never be perceived as a non-political act. The Dodgers organization, you're going to see all the editorials. You're going to see all the pushback. It's already started tomorrow, definitely. And you're going to have the conversation. Well, was it even worth it? Because it seems like it's more trouble than it's actually worth. And you have a president who has no problem making it political, overtly political. Say what you want about Senator Adam Schiff, but you could have done that without making the remark. And that then brings in all their complicated history and dislike of one another. You can't talk about it not being political and also not point at the stuff which is overtly political. It's Later with Mo Kelly. We have a Damon Wayans update, and I'm just going to let you know it's probably not going to make you feel good. It's probably going to make you sick, but it's kind of funny, actually. Damon Wayans, a comedian and comedic actor, he sat down with Shannon Sharp, NFL Hall of Famer. He has his own video podcast, Club Shay Shay, and he gets these very intimate, long form, almost kind of Joe Roganish, because it's like a 2.5 hour interview. He gets these very intimate conversations and answers out of people, and he did it again with Damon Wayans. It's probably going to blow your mind. That's next. We're still live on YouTube and the iHeartRadio.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
You know how we're always talking about what's next? Well, I found it. It's called Formula E. Forget everything you think you know about racing. This isn't just cars going fast. It's like a supercomputer on wheels. The tech is insane. And the drivers, they're like chess grandmasters at 200 miles per hour. You've got to see it. Trust me. You'll be hooked. Follow Formula E live on Roku. Next race, Miami, April 12th.
Okay, real talk. We're all kind of hooked on our phones. It's full of shiny apps designed to keep your attention captive forever. But there's real-life stuff to do other than scrolling, and I'm here to help. I'm Christina Quinn, the host of Try This, a podcast from The Washington Post. The show explores solutions for life's common problems. And this season, we're learning to tame the dopamine beast and reclaim our attention in this noisy and distracting world. So let's tame the beast together. Find Try This from The Washington Post wherever you listen.
Radio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app, and we're also live on YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly, MrMokelly. We're giving away Harry Potter tickets later on tonight, but you have to know this clue that I'm telling you right now. So if you tune in later, you'll miss it. If you've been tuning in earlier, I hope you didn't leave the broadcast. We've had more than 1,000 people watching. Absolutely love it. We gained more than 200 subscribers. Absolutely love it. But here is the clue. This is what you need to know if and when you should call in to get those tickets to see Harry Potter on Wednesday night at the Pantages Theater. You need to know this information. If you're watching the video simulcast on YouTube, you'll have no problem finding this out if you don't already know. Mark Ronner, who I've never seen wear a tie before.
Well, there's a reason for this. When we've worked at home, we just kind of stayed at home in our sweatpants.
Yep.
Or, a thong or a Speedo or
way too much information.
What have you.
Way too much. Way too much.
And when we came to work here, when there was absolutely nobody in the building, you could wear shorts, you could wear a T-shirt, whatever. But if people are going to have to see us, we should be semi-professional looking.
Okay, we're semi-professional. I just have a polo on. Tuwala has a zip-up hoodie on.
Is that your dress polo?
No, it's just, I wear a polo every day. What are you talking about?
I know that. That was an insult.
This is my dress hoodie.
Yes, exactly.
KFI.
Okay. The point of that is, when you call in, if you should call in to win tickets for Harry Potter at the Pantages Theater on Wednesday night, be clear, you have to be available to go in, see the show Wednesday night. And when you call in, you have to know this information I'm about to give you or require of you. And you'd only know this if you are watching the video simulcast. I'm not going to say it. You just have to see it. You have to know the predominant color of Mark's tie.
Can you see it? Do you want me to hold it up?
Yeah, hold it up. We can see it, but it's a little dark, but there's a predominant color. And if you have been watching the YouTube video simulcast, you will know that. If you haven't started watching it, you need to get to YouTube right now so you can start watching it and find out right now or during the news break or sometime before we open up the phone so you can win that chance to win those tickets to see Harry Potter at the Pantages Theater. Now to the business at hand. Damon Wayans, who originally was, I'll say, unveiled to us in both Beverly Hills Cop, the original, and also the sketch show, the comedy sketch show in Living Color. Some people may know him from the TV show My Wife and Kids. I think he has a Damon Wayans show.
He has a show now. Him and his son. Him and his son, and I think his brother guest appeared. Almost the whole Wayans family has appeared on the show.
As they should.
Yes.
And that's a good point because they take care of family. They're very, very close.
They really do take care of family.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to that right now. Damon Wayans sat down with Shannon Sharpe as a very popular video podcast show called Club Shay Shay. And he will ask personal questions of his guests, Damon Wayans. He was asking, Shannon Sharpe was asking Damon Wayans about growing up and being disciplined. And somehow, some way, it got to be clear that Damon Wayans, according to him, learned about tongue kissing by kissing his brother.
I read that when you guys would fight, your mom would make you guys kiss.
Yep, in the mouth.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. I learned how to tongue kiss with Marlon. Nah.
Yeah. You don't even put that on. I'm going to take him at his word. I think he's telling the truth. I
read that when you guys would fight, your mom would make you guys kiss.
Yep, in the mouth.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. I learned how to tongue kiss with Marlon. Nah, but like once you kiss your brother in the mouth, you don't want to do that.
You don't want to fight no more.
Yeah, you be done. Yeah, we'll take this. We'll go outside. Right. We'll find a place to finish this. But like we didn't like kissing each other. But to finish the kissing thing, like to this day we all kiss.
I noticed that.
Hello and goodbye.
I noticed that
because you never know what's gonna happen when they walk out the door. Even if I get into an argument and we yelling and screaming, I ain't see it.
Okay. That's a lot, but there's something else. Damon Wayans admitted that he dated his nephew's ex-girlfriend. Listen to this.
Yes, when I met her. So I got divorced and I was by myself for 2 years.
Right.
And then I saw her and I was just like, oh my God, I'm in love. And I found out my nephew had dated. I'm like, what's up with that? He goes, that's you. I was like, okay, pass the Cavassier. Let's go.
I ain't drinking that dog.
Yeah. And I went ahead and I fell in love.
Yeah, I think he fell in lust. I don't know about love. I don't know what the age difference is. I just know my nephew is 32 years younger than me. I'm assuming his nephew is at least 20 some odd years younger than him.
Also, there are approximately 4 billion other women on the face of the earth.
And he has access to a lot of them just because he's a celebrity. But
yeah, you don't need the one that somebody in your family has been with. Pick your preposition: with, on,
in.
There. Thank you.
I fell in love. And it was okay. But
No. It wasn't okay.
And it was okay. But it's just
they clowned you, didn't they?
Yeah, family gatherings is awkward.
Yeah. I don't know about that one, Dave. I would just have to let her go.
Nah, you see it. You understand.
There are rules. There are boundaries. There are lines. Okay? I look. It's one thing to notice someone. It's another to go to the relative and say, hey, may I? And it doesn't matter what the nephew says, whether it's A-okay or not. There's just some things I think you don't do. Tongue kissing your brother, that's one of them. That's one. That's not the only thing, but that's one of them. And dating your nephew's ex.
As close as you and I ever get, probably we're never going to kiss on the mouth.
No. I can say definitely.
Can you?
I go from probably to definitely.
Okay, well, that's bold, but I guess I'm okay with that.
I know. I'm willing to step out there on this one.
Now,
okay?
I was
going on that ledge.
I was an only child growing up, but I can promise you this, that I would never get to second base if I had a brother.
Golly. I remember growing up, that was the thing. It's like, did you like tongue kiss her? Something that you like a peck. There's another thing.
Okay, don't do that, especially not on camera.
But why, Mark? You're a good 25 feet away in a different studio. You'll be okay.
Not far enough.
We have the box office returns when we come back, and also some mischief going on in theaters connected to the #1 movie overall. We'll tell you about it in just a moment. It's later with Mo Kelly. I hope you got that hint for the Harry Potter tickets. We're live on YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly, MrMokelly, and also the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640. It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere on YouTube. I said YouTube video simulcast at Mr. Mo Kelly, MrMokelly. We've had more than 1,400 viewers tonight. We've had more than 300 new subscribers. We're doing a new damn thing here. We want you to be part of it. At Mr. Mo Kelly. We're live right now on YouTube as well as the iHeartRadio app. Show programming note coming up at the top of the hour. I'll be joined in studio, our first YouTube live guest, the undercover billionaire herself, Elaine Kulati. We're going to talk about all that she's done as a real estate developer, interior designer, founder of House of Rock, and also what California should have done and what California needs to do in the wake of the wildfires and the wildfire recovery. That's coming up in studio on YouTube and beyond at 9 o'clock. Let's talk about the box office this past weekend. I've seen a lot of stuff in my years, but I've never quite seen or understood the Minecraft phenomenon. Now, to all of your son was all into Minecraft. I didn't know that this movie was really coming out. I didn't think it was going to do anything. Instead, it comes in at #1 and it grossed more than $313 million worldwide. It's going to break more than $1 billion.
Absolutely. This is one of those things where when my son first found out about this, he said, hey, that's absolutely going to be $1 billion, if not probably the first $2 billion film this year because of how diehard Minecraft players are. My son's been playing Minecraft for at least the last 8 years. Faithfully, he was playing on Saturday night, keeping us up late.
But it seems that the Minecraft movie experience is turning into a Rocky Horror Picture Show experience where people are saying the catchphrases, they're throwing popcorn all over the theater, people are acting out scenes. What the hell is going on?
This is how crazy Minecraft is, and I'm here for it. When you have a phenomenon like this is Minecraft, and this is special for the Minecraft fandom. When you go and see Minecraft, you're going to live out your fantasies on screen. And from my understanding, Jack Black and the crew, they are bringing all the Minecraft to the big screen.
Okay, you say live out fantasies on screen. I can fantasize about a lot of stuff.
But you've also never dressed up and gone to Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's true.
So it's different for you. But you were a kid who went and stood in line and went to go see Star Wars, and you appreciated the fandom.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah, but we didn't get out in the aisles and started acting out the scenes.
Okay, but at certain anniversary screenings of Star Wars, especially at Grauman's in Hollywood, there were screens where people were getting up in the aisles with lightsabers, having battles, acting out some of the battles on screen, and the crowd loved it.
Mark, did you do that?
No, I did go to a Rocky Horror thing once just to experience it, and that was all I needed.
Who'd you dress as?
Oh, I didn't dress up. I just sat in the back and watched everybody throw toast and sing along with the movie, and that was my one time for that. I didn't need it again ever.
Stefan, have you ever dressed up or acted out a scene in a movie theater while the movie was being played?
Can't say that I have.
Yeah, it's completely foreign to me.
Yeah, okay. This is a new phenomenon, and I believe that this is something that is welcomed by the theater, even though I know there's a lot of ushers and the people cleaning up who are like, no. Damn that.
The theater is welcoming it because it's putting asses in seats to watch the movie. Be damned the kids, I'll call them kids, the younger workers who have to clean up after them. They don't care. They're getting the same. The theater owners don't have to pay the employees any more to clean up more trash. They don't care one way or the other.
I love it. I love this level of fandom. This is something that I'm telling you, every time I talk, he said, look, me and like 15 of my friends, we are going to go and see this film this weekend. Like a whole posse of us.
Has your son seen it yet?
No, because last weekend he wasn't feeling well.
Okay. Number 1 was Minecraft. Number 2 was A Working Man. We talked about the Jason Statham, David Ayer movie. It's doing well given its moderate budget. It's brought in $65 million in its second week. It's holding on at number 2. It did not lose any theaters, which says to me that the theaters believe in it and they're not moving on. Number 3, The Chosen, Last Supper Part 2, 6.9 million for a total. Yeah, there's just 6.9 domestic. Snow White, we've talked about extensively. You would think for a movie that brings in 168 million worldwide, nothing to shake a stick at, but given the amount of promotion and the budget and the controversy, 168 million is not going to do it. It's going to lose more than 100 million. We talked about that last week, but it's still the number 4 movie for what it's worth in the country. Number 5 is The Woman in the Yard, second week. Don't know. Mark, you should know about that.
I want to see it. It's a horror movie. I think isn't it a Blumhouse?
Yeah, and the trailer is absolutely horrifying. The trailer gives new meaning to horror in trailers. I can't even look at the trailer.
Really?
Yes, the trailer is horrifying.
Oh, you've got my interest now. I got to see that.
Death of a Unicorn came in at number 6 with $2.7 million. The Chosen Supper, Last Supper, which was the part 1, that's grossed 17 million so far.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else which is remarkable about this list. Hell of a Summer came in this first week at number 8 with 1.7 million. I guess it sounds like a horror movie. Low budget.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Don't know. Let me see. Hell of a Summer. The counselors of a summer camp are terrorized by a mass killer. Never seen that before.
Something original.
Hell of a Summer.
Golly. I mean,
oh boy.
But it still brought in 1.7 million. So it's not like I can really criticize it because it brought in 1.7 million. And I doubt its budget was 1.7 million.
Probably 10,000 to make.
The Friend came in at number 9 with 1.6 million in its second week. And Captain America, Brave New World is probably its last week in the top 10. Brought in 1.34 million this weekend. And it's right at 200 million domestically and 412 worldwide. So it'll probably break its 200 million domestic and they'll start pulling it from theaters. But there is your box office report. When we come back, we're going to have your Zodiac, your weekly horoscope.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You know how we're always talking about what's next? Well, I found it. It's called Formula E. Forget everything you think you know about racing. This isn't just cars going fast. It's like a supercomputer on wheels. The tech is insane. And the drivers, they're like chess grandmasters at 200 miles per hour. You've got to see it. Trust me. You'll be hooked. Follow Formula E live on Roku. Next race, Miami, April 12th.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
6 through 12. That's next.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI is Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and YouTube. We've had more than 1,800 viewers of this video simulcast and growing. You can sign up and subscribe at Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube, MrMokelly. See the show live and uncensored because we're doing stuff during the breaks. Here's your weekly horoscope. Aries, sometimes you're not clear about your expectations of others, not because you're playing games or trying to be opaque, but simply because they seem so obvious that you don't feel the need to state them outright. But what's totally self-evident to you might not be to others. And the more you assume otherwise, the more space there is for misunderstandings. This week, you'll benefit from being completely forthright. Even if you don't think something needs to be explicitly stated, just go ahead and do it anyway. Taurus, this week you'll see with new and surprising clarity what isn't working in your life. You might recognize which relationships are imbalanced or which aspects of your professional life are dragging you down. But as clearly as you see the problems, you still can't quite see how to fix them. It's frustrating to feel like the answers are right there out in front of you, but out of reach. Still, this is a valuable start. Right now, simply knowing what the problem is and being willing to work toward a solution is enough. Gemini, this is for you, Mark Ronner.
I'm ready.
You're witty and fun to talk to.
Hey.
You're ready to be offended. No reason to be. And you know how to charm all kinds of different people. Your social skills are a gift, but one that you don't always appreciate. There are plenty of other more practical talents you'd much rather have. But this week, lean into what you're good at. Being able to get along with people and make them laugh might not seem like the most useful or important work in the world, but you might be surprised at how many doors it can open.
Hey, that is dead on, Mark.
Yeah, not bad.
That is spot on.
The hell with both of you.
See, can't even get out of the segment. Cancer, and this is Stefan. Let's go. It's easy to think that your closest relationships are the ones that should require the least work. The longer you've known someone and the deeper your base of trust, the more you expect your connection to be solid, even if you're not actively tending to it. This week, though, try to pay a bit of extra attention to the people closest to you. Even the strongest relationships break down when they're neglected. Don't assume that people already know how much you care about them. Make the effort to show them. Tell them you love them.
Don't hold it all in, Foosh.
Oh, babe. Okay. I won't. Did you call him babe?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Well, it was like a group, all babe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We're all babe.
Getting ready to go into Damon Wayans territory.
More tongue kissing. Less AMSR, ASMR. Less of that.
Leo, you're a good judge of character overall, and you put a lot of faith into your first impressions. You tend to assume that if you don't feel an immediate rapport with somebody, then you'll never truly be on the same page. But while that might sometimes be the case, it's not always true. Some connections simply require more time and attention to develop. Virgo, if you had to choose between living an enjoyable life and a purposeful one, you'd likely opt for the latter. It's not that you don't like having fun, only that you feel a deep sense of responsibility to others. But this week, remind yourself that it's not a binary choice. You can live meaningfully and have a good time too. Experiencing comfort and joy won't somehow turn you into an unserious person. If anything, it'll be restorative.
I absolutely know this, Virgo.
Did you marry that person?
I did.
No.
I did. I did.
Libra, you understand that in a world full of other people, you can't always have things exactly your way. Everyone has competing needs, and sometimes it's necessary. You got to make accommodations. You're good at putting up with minor inconveniences for the sake of others, but occasionally they become major ones. This week, make sure you haven't made so many compromises that it's begun to seriously hamper your own happiness. While perfection may be out of reach, basic life satisfaction shouldn't be. Don't be afraid to draw the line where you need to. Scorpio, this is yours, Tuala.
Let's go.
It's frustrating when you can tell that you've grown in important ways, but the people around you don't seem to notice. No matter how much progress you think you've made, everyone else still treats you the same, and it can make you worry that you haven't really changed at all. But this week, don't you dare lose faith in yourself. Others will always be slower to catch the subtle changes, but that doesn't mean they aren't real. Whatever that means.
I mean, I have been drinking milk.
You drink milk?
Raw milk?
Yes, raw milk.
Okay, good.
Straight from, no, never mind.
Look, I'm the only one here who probably has milked a cow.
Congratulations.
Okay, so don't have this milk talk and think that you're over my head or something, all right? I've tasted raw milk. It's nasty.
This milk talk is not going over
No, you are utterly superior.
Hey now. I heard what you did there. And that earns you a rim shot.
Tough crowd.
No, you got the rim shot. Stop complaining. You're supposed to be positive. Show. Give him another one. Okay, Sagittarius.
The Moo Kelly Show.
It's later
with Moo Kelly.
You done? I'll wait for you.
I'll let you know.
Te espero. Estoy esperando.
No bueno?
Correcto. Sagittarius, it's me. No matter how stressed and overwhelmed I get, I still try to put a positive spin on things. Stewing in my grievances only tends to make me feel worse. Instead, I'd rather keep pushing forward. The trouble is that when I act like everything is fine, my friends are likely to believe me, which means that they may not offer up the support I'm secretly yearning for. So this week, I'm going to make a point of being honest about what I've been going through. It's the only way my community can gauge what I need.
No, hold it all in. Do hold it in.
No. This is literally so spot on because last week he was like, nah, you know what? It's all good, man. It's all good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not
it
even
was a
tripping.
bad week. It was a bad week.
And he held it all in. And I'm like, all right, man. I mean, okay. It didn't press him.
I want you to be.
He was good.
No, that's fine. Be more stoic.
Okay. Capricorn. You try to come across as competent and self-assured. Ideally, you want others to see you as the sort of person who's not afraid of anything. You might even be so good at projecting an air of confidence that you convince even yourself that you're totally fearless. But the truth is that everyone feels weak and afraid sometimes. And that's not a failing. This week, the performance may seem too exhausting. Instead, acknowledge your fears and move forward anyway. Aquarius, as much as you might wish it weren't the case, it's necessary to pay some attention to the practical side of life. You got a living space to tend to and bills to pay. And it's up to you to make sure that you're eating and sleeping enough. But when these material demands grow too heavy, you start to get antsy. Without the time and space to dream bigger, you're left uninspired. So this week, reconnect with the big issues you truly care about. Don't expect yourself to think practically. Lean into the ideas that are speculative and offbeat. And we'll close out with Pisces. The longer you avoid Pisces, having a hard conversation or dealing with an unpleasant task, the more you start to hope. You can go on and on, avoiding it forever. You imagine that if nobody has noticed or at least called you out on it, then maybe no one ever will. The problem is that even if nobody else knows or cares, you still know, and it weighs on you. This week, be brave and deal with whatever you've been putting off, and you'll feel instantly lighter.
I love this week.
Well, I'm not a Pisces, so I don't give a damn. And that's your horoscope for this week.
Untangling the mess until it makes sense.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost?
While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
You know how we're always talking about what's next? Well, I found it. It's called Formula E. Forget everything you think you know about racing. This isn't just cars going fast. It's like a supercomputer on wheels. The tech is insane. And the drivers? They're like chess grandmasters at 200 miles per hour. You've got to see it. Trust me. You'll be hooked. Follow Formula E live on Roku. Next race, Miami, April 12th.